Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. As you can see, we have a little bit of a new addition to the channel. I finally got my sign up and I've decorated the shelf a little bit, but we are going to decorate that a little better. I just have to find stuff to put on it, so that's just temporary, but I'm super excited about having the space to record all of my videos. And we're going to just keep making this content, you guys, as long as you guys are enjoying it. So, welcome back. So today we're going to do a little something different. I ask on all my social medias to send me questions, and we're going to do just a little bit of a Q&A. That way you guys can kind of get to know me more. I can answer questions that you guys might have. And we can just do, this is kind of like an introduction. I never really did an introduction video, so that's what this kind of is to me. So the first question we are going to answer is, what is the first thing that got you hooked on wrestling? So I watched wrestling with my dad when I was younger. And I just honestly wanted to watch it because everybody else was. Everybody else was in the living room watching it, and I wanted to be part of the cool crowd and be in there and watching it. And then what really kind of got me captivated with it was the Hardy Boys, if I'm being honest with you. Like, I seeing them jump off the ladders and the tables and stuff, I was like, "Oh my god, these people are insane." So they kind of like got me captivated, and then I just continued to follow along and watch it. And I just really enjoyed it. I enjoyed the storylines. I enjoyed that it was just something that was fun. I feel like a lot of the time there are shows that you're into and stuff, and they're all serious or whatever, but with wrestling it was just always fun. And then you of course got hooked into your favorites and who you liked the best, and really it just became that something fun with that I could do. And because my dad was always watching it, I kind of watched it with him. And so that was just kind of, it was kind of like just, I don't know, I gravitated into it, I guess, because it was always on TV. Now, I did grow up a little bit in the Attitude Era, so there were some things that I could not watch, that I would kind of sneak in my bedroom and watch, or like sneak peek, having to go to the bathroom or get a drink or something and come out and watch. But yeah, it was just really honestly my dad watching it is what got me into it, and then just seeing like the Hardy Boys and HBK and all of them really kind of pushed me even further into it. Should Liv Morgan return as a babyface, and should she win the 2026 Royal Rumble? Um, I am honestly conflicted on this one. I love Liv Morgan. You guys know I'm a Liv Morgan girl. I have loved the heel work that she has done. I think it's been fantastic. But I do think it is time for her and Dom both to become baby faces. I think the crowd is so behind Dom now and they want to see him succeed. And I think that the same goes for Liv. I think she is recognized as a great female talent, and she has really brought a lot to the WWE. So I think that they will come back as faces, because I think that that's going to play into this whole Judgment Day thing. I still think the Judgment Day is going to break up. I think that Roxanne is kind of sneaking her way in there, and eventually it's going to be Liv and Dom on the outs, kind of like Edge, kind of like Rhea and Damien. It's going to follow that same timeline, and Liv and Dom's going to be on the outs, and Roxanne's going to be in. And I do think that with that being said, in that moment, that would turn Liv and Dom into faces. Do you think that Dominic and Roxanne are going to become a thing? Honestly, no, I don't. I know that we're kind of getting hints of that, especially last night on Raw, where Roxy came in with the title, and everybody's like, "Oh yeah, she's in the Judgment Day now." But I think that Dom is playing into a lot of this, and he is kind of keeping an eye out on everything. Because let's be honest with you, Liv is out, and she wants Dom to, have her back and watch over everything while she's gone. But if he starts being sneaky, he's the low man on the totem pole. And they will attack him. We've seen it with Edge and Damian and Rhea. Like, if you are the guy that they don't feel like they can trust, you're going to be on the outs. And especially with Finn, because him and Finn already have such a shaky relationship, I think Dom is really playing into this and really just trying to make everyone happy so that he can keep an eye on what's going on and keep an eye on everybody. I don't think that Roxanne and Dom are going to be a thing. I honestly, number one, think that Liv Dom makes them too much money. There's too many fan bases. Like, people love them or they hate him. But either way, Liv Dom gets attention and it brings in money and it brings in revenue. Plus, they just dropped a new Liv Dom shirt. So I honestly think this is all a part of the storyline. I think Dom is being Liv's kind of watchdog and he's just playing into the part. But I ultimately think that Liv and Dom are solid and they are going to remain solid. And they're going to be kind of on the outs together. What got you into becoming a content creator? Honestly, it was just like, I'm gonna do this. Like, I followed Wheezy Blonde a lot. I followed Minnie, and I loved what they did. And I was like, I like to talk, so I'm gonna start making TikTok videos just talking about this. I wouldn't say that I went into it with the intention to be a content creator. I went into it more with the intention to just talk about wrestling because I wanted to talk about what was going on and everything that surrounded it. So I don't know as if I went into it with the intention to create this channel, to have the TikTok, whatever. I personally went into it just thinking I want to talk about wrestling and this is the best way to do it. So really, I would not say that I went into it with the intent to be the content creator. But really, just wanting to connect with people and talk about wrestling was what got me into posting the videos and posting content. And then I started the YouTube channel because I wanted to talk more about it because I love to talk. So that's it, really just kind of happened naturally, I guess. What matches would you book for Evolution 2 if you were on the creative? I'm a little disappointed with the Evolution 2 matches and hype. There's nothing there, and I know that like the injury with Liv kind of hurt things a lot. But I feel like there should have still been more there because let's be honest with you, we shouldn't put all of our eggs in one basket. And as much as I love Liv Morgan and I love when she has multiple matches and multiple scenes going on, we still have too many people on the roster to be 100% invested with one person. So there should have been other things going on. With that being said, if I was in the creative team for Evolution 2 next week, I would definitely want to see the Bella Twins versus Raquel and Roxanne for the tag titles. I don't think the Bella Twins will come back for a title run, but I think that would be a good match to have. I think that that would bring in, some of your staple core women's division with some new women's division. So I definitely would book that one. I wanted to personally see Io, Sky, and Asuka. They have a little bit of a history, and I wanted to see them kind of go at it, especially with Asuka returning. I would book Becky, Bayley, and Lyra, which I think we're already getting for the title, a triple threat match. I was super surprised that Julia won the title on SmackDown. I felt like if they were going to change that title's hands, it would have been at Evolution 2. But since they did it on SmackDown, I would have to say I would book Julia versus maybe like Stephanie, maybe a rematch with Zelina. I'm not real sure. There's not, and that's why I'm surprised that they did it on SmackDown because I don't feel like there's a lot of moving forward stuff with Julia. I would definitely want to see Tiffany versus Jade, but I think we're gonna get that at SummerSlam since Jade won Queen of the Ring. So I would say maybe like Tiffy versus Naomi. Um, and then that way we could tie that into SummerSlam because I think Naomi's going to cash in at SummerSlam. But I feel a little lost with this whole lineup and this whole evolution because I just feel like there's not a lot of depth, and there should be. We have so many great women superstars on the roster, but it was like they were like, oh, yeah, we're doing Evolution too, and then crickets. So I will be interested to see what shapes up in the next week to see what we get on that match card. But to be honest with you, I am a little like on a scale of 1 to 10 when they first announced Evolution, I was at a 10. Like I was super excited. Now I'm at a 5 because they haven't done much with it, and so it makes me a little disappointed. Where is your next vacation? I do not currently have any vacations planned. Um so I don't know. I am hopeful to get back out to California next year, but we have nothing planned. I was going to try to go to another wrestling event at the end of the at sometime in the fall. But right now nothing is close enough to me to make that happen. We'll see as they continue to release things if there's something closer, but I don't have any vacations planned. Who is your all-time favorite women's wrestler? My all-time favorite women's wrestler is Nikki Bella and AJ Lee. Those are my two all-time favorites. I feel like they are the ones that really got me more so like involved with the women's wrestling. Like I watched Trish, I watched Lita, and I love them. But I wasn't during that like kind of era, I wasn't really like watching for the women's wrestling because they didn't get as many opportunities and as many like promos and shots and stuff as I felt like Nikki and AJ and that era did. So that era is really when I started resonating with the women's wrestling and watching it a lot more. Total Divas helped with that because I loved Total Divas. Um, so that really helped with that. So I would say Nikki Bella and AJ Lee for sure are my two favorite women's wrestlers. Did you watch Total Divas? Like I just said, I loved Total Divas. I am here for a reboot of Total Divas. I would love to see it again, especially with the women that we have on the roster now, which ties me into my next question. If you could reboot Total Divas, who were three superstars you would put on there? Definitely Chelsea Green. I love Chelsea Green and everything she does. So Chelsea Green has to be on there. Liv Morgan, because again, she's one of my favorites and I absolutely love her. And Naomi, because Naomi on the original Total Divas was instant gold and I loved every scene that she was in. So we're definitely recasting Naomi. Do you like all of the PLEs being so close together? No. I don't. I think that with having PLEs 2, 3, 4 weeks apart, it doesn't give us time to really build storylines, and they're starting to feel very random, and I don't like that. I would rather them be spread out and we get more quality than to have 17 PLEs in a year and we get random plug in matches. Do you believe that El Grande Americano was Ludwig Kaiser all along, or do you think that they pivoted? Well, as the words of Ross on Friends, pivot, I definitely think the WWE pivoted when Chad Gable got hurt. I do not believe it was Ludwig all along. I could be wrong. But I saw El Grande Americano at Backlash, and the mannerisms and the body just look like Chad Gable. So I definitely think the WWE took a pivot on this one. And I think that they are making it look like it was Ludwig all along because Chad Gable is hurt. All right, and we got two more questions from TikTok. Those were all from Instagram. These are from TikTok. Number one, favorite moment live at a wrestling event that you have been to? So, I've only been to two live wrestling events. We went to a SmackDown last November, and then I went to Backlash. And honestly, I think my favorite moment was seeing Randy versus John. John Cena is one of my goats, and Randy Orton is a legend as well. So seeing both of those people fight, especially in John Cena's like farewell tour, because this is it, was really a highlight for me. Number one, it was a highlight because I got to see John Cena, but number two, I got to see him go against another legend in the business in his hometown. So Randy and John live at Backlash was definitely my favorite live moment so far. Hopefully, there'll be more live events in the future, and we will change that. And then the next one, do you watch other sports or are you just into wrestling? I watch a lot of different things. I watch wrestling, obviously. I watch baseball. I am a big MLB fan, which reminds me I need to do an All Star vote today. I watch NBA, NFL, huge college football fan. Um, watch some college baseball, not a lot. Watch some NASCAR. I'm actually pretty knowledgeable at NASCAR, but I just don't watch it as much anymore, but I still know a lot about it. Um, I don't watch much soccer. I'll be honest with you, I don't get much into soccer. Watch some Formula One. So I have a broad range of sports. I like a lot of sports, a lot of different things. If I had to pick a top three, including wrestling, it would be wrestling, MLB, baseball, and college football. Those are my three favorites. NFL would be a very, very close fourth. But I do watch more than just wrestling. I watch a lot of other sports. And if you want me to feature some of those sports on here as well, let me know in the comments because I definitely will. I always talk about them. So if I need to make videos and talk about them with you guys, like I did the wrestling, I'll do that as well. But if there are any other questions you want to know, drop those in the comments as well because I will do more of these Q&As just as kind of a break and a get to know you. And let me know some of your answers to the questions, like your favorite female wrestler, your best live moment, some of those that you can answer, let me know as well. But thank you guys for joining me, and I hope you have enjoyed this video and have a good day, and subscribe to me on Facebook. Facebook. Oh my gosh, you guys, I'm losing my mind. I do not have a Facebook. Subscribe to this channel. Follow me on Instagram, X, TikTok, and I will see you guys next time.